Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Okay, this morning we're going to let our opponents realize that the right to marry in a religious sense is already something we can do. We have our own religious leaders who are already supported in a spiritual sense.
I'm Reverend Pat, and I'm the pastor of Metropolitan Community Church of New York. Our foundational belief is that love is a universal phenomenon, and all love between consenting adults should be recognized, and there is no distinction between the love a man has for a woman for a man, or two men for each other, two women for each other. We've done a lot of research on marriages in terms of our faith tradition and discovered that a long time ago in the 4th century, marriages between queer couples were actually happening in churches before the altar. It was a long time, the 10th century, before heterosexual weddings actually became sacraments of the church. So in terms of the religious argument, there's very little foundation.
So this morning we will send a couple in to request a marriage license for the civil right to marry, and they will be denied, as we know. We will come out and we will conduct a religious, spiritual ceremony proving that we can already do what our opponents claim is the reason they won't give us this right. And then we'll talk a little bit about the difference between us domestic partnerships and a marriage license. Domestic partnership earning maybe 10 rights only at a city level, and a marriage license that awards over 1,300 state level rights and presumptively, eventually, federal and world recognition.
How many federal laws?
An additional 1,300 plus. So totally, we're talking almost 3,000 rights between the two entities, state and federal, which is a significant difference from 10 domestic partnership rights only at a city level, which is what they're going to offer today for the same fee, just as an aside.
Did you tell News 12 that?
I hope so. If not, we'll make sure they know that. So that's where we're at this morning. We're going to send a straight couple in with Rob and Manuel as friends looking to get married all together. And they will make a bit of a fuss this morning when Rob and Manuel are denied their license. Next person on license. Wait, a domestic partnership? How many rights do they get with a domestic partnership? How many rights do they get? Rights, privileges, obligations. How many rights do they get with a domestic partnership? Okay.
Domestic partnership.
How many rights and privileges do you get with a marriage license? You guys are going to get a marriage license? You're going to get 1,300 plus rights? You're going to get a domestic partnership? What are you going to get?
Domestic partnership.
5 or 10 rights? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 10 rights? 1,300 rights? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you want any of it? Do you want any of it?
Okay.
What about you guys? You guys were all going to get married together, right? This morning? You don't want to know? You're going to take 1,300 and let your friends walk away with 10?
It's not fair.
Not fair. Not fair. I don't think we want any of this. Not fair, right, sweetheart? It's not fair. That's right. You tell me. 10 rights. That's what they want to give our families. 10 rights. 10 rights for a domestic partnership, 1,300 rights for a marriage license. You tell me. All right.
Who's next, please?
I think we'll go outside and let our spiritual leader take over from here. We really can get married in a spiritual sense. So let's take that.
Africa, Norway, Sweden, Portugal, Iceland, Argentina, all over the globe, people are achieving recognition, legal recognition, of what has long been true. What God has joined together, no one should put asunder. Now is the time for this nation to step up to the plate and honor its Constitution and the promise of freedom and equality for all. And let today be not a one-shot deal, but the first day of an unending demand for what is just and right and fair until we win and prevail with the authority vested in me through the church and recognized by the state. I pronounce your marriages solemnized, good and real and true, and that you stand united as a married couple on the pathway of life. You may go in peace.
Yeah! All right, folks. For you get 1,300 plus rights. You guys get 10. There you go.
We don't really.
We don't want it, right?
Awesome.